What's up, She's Not Selling sisters? In this episode, we red flag, green flag businesses specifically for closers, what to look out for, what to stay away from, what to run towards. This one is so up your alley if you are just certified or you're a closer looking for an account. So I know you're going to love it. I'll see you inside.
Cheers.
Maybe we should do a whole episode like this. So we're talking like it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm fully switching. Okay. So this is a really exciting one because we're doing red flag, green flag.
It's giving
Squid Games?
Squid Games.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. But instead of dying, you just won't earn money.
Yeah. Well, this is closer edition because we often say positive things about business owners, and a lot of what we say is like basically not throwing shade on the closers, but kind of just getting you to hold a higher standard for yourself.
Yeah.
I think this one specifically is going to be like the closer edition. It's like what to look out for in online businesses and whether you should say, yep, I'm in or I'm out.
Nice. I like that. So we've got a whole list here of things that we are going to deem for you red flag or green flag. And then obviously I want you to play along at home. But Brookie, first one off the bat,
Okay.
monthly revenue for the business is under $10,000 consistently.
Red flag, run.
Yeah, red flag.
If the business owner is earning less than, and that's revenue. That's
revenue.
Let's
just even say it's $10,000 cash collected per month.
Run.
Exactly.
Red flag. You should not, as a business owner, and this is throwing shade on you, you should not be looking for a closer if you are earning $10,000 cash collected per month. Take that for yourself. Learn how to close yourself. You're not at a position where you can actually feed a closer. So no, you should not be in my DMs. You should not be in Tasha's DMs.
No.
Like you should be in our DMs asking us for sales advice so that you can close yourself.
Yeah, I was going to say 10x that before you have that conversation.
And I'll explain why, if you're listening in as a closer, 10% of $10,000 is going to you. So that's $1,000.
Yeah.
Not to mention, if the ticket program is $5,000, you've only had 2 calls for the entire month.
Yeah, that's who's paying their bills. Who's paying their bills with that? No.
Even if the revenue is $100,000, that would be my absolute minimum, and I'd want to be the only closer.
Exactly. Yeah. And you're probably working like 5 hours a week.
Yeah.
Not even. Right? Okay. Definitely red flag.
Yeah, that's big red.
Always ask your questions on cash collected. What is your cash collected for your business per month?
Yeah. Okay. No CRM or sales tracking system in place.
Red flag. Red flag. So CRM is a customer relationship management system. No sales tracking. So what? You're not tracking. How am I going to track my leads? How am I tracking my commissions? How am I tracking my no-shows, my follow-ups? Where am I putting in that admin? That's a red flag. That to me that's showing newbie, showing amateur business. If you can't even have the foundations of a business, how could you scale a business?
Yeah, it's giving startup. Though, let me add a little complexity to that.
Oh, okay.
Let's say the business is a startup, but with a very well-known entrepreneur. They've got a big following.
Okay.
A lot of their leads are coming organically, and they actually bring you on to work alongside them to build out the sales process.
A different story, but they have to be paying me a bit of a base.
Yeah.
They got to get my salary for my time.
Great. So it's nuanced.
It's an orange flag. Let's do that.
Okay. Orange. Yeah, I like that. Let's
orange
do traffic
flag.
light. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay. No set process for lead follow-up or appointment reminders. So nothing's being sent out.
Okay, it's definitely not a green flag, but I wouldn't say that's a flat out red flag either. I would say that you can come in and really show your expertise and you can work alongside the business owner to actually build out some of those things. Though what I would be asking is the business owner open to that kind of collaboration, and are they willing to change and add in some of those things to make the process be smoother?
Let's play devil's advocate, say that this business has been going for a year and they're not open to changing anything.
Then absolute red flag. Like that's the end of interview.
Exactly.
I would say.
Yeah. How have you been operating as a business without lead follow-up and appointment setting and all this kind of stuff? That's just not scalable. It's stupidity.
But I think like sometimes people go into business and they don't know sales. Like they really don't. Their expertise is not sales.
That's correct. They're coaching and transformations.
Yes. Yeah. Or like it's investment property or whatever, AI, whatever it is. So you have to be open, and this is why our closers are so great, because they are very well-rounded and they know about the nurture sequence and like what should be sent before they have a call with the closer. If your business owner is open to that kind of collaboration and feedback and they want your help in building that out, make sure you get paid for your time. But also, like, I would say that there's a lot of money to be made on those kinds of accounts.
yeah, again though, there's nuances in that.
Oh,
right?
for sure. Okay. High no-show rate, over 30% on booked calls.
I've been on multiple accounts where the no-show rate's been 30% before, which, okay, let me tell you, it's not great, and you don't want to be that high when you are a business because something's going on. But if it's a big enough company where the revenue and the cash collected is hitting that 400,000 minimum, they're taking home like, we're doing like $1 million a month here, that's fine because I'm still getting fed.
Yeah.
I'm still getting fed. So maybe my calendar was open, I had 20 leads and then 70% showed up, but then I still closed 50% of the 70% that showed up. I'm still making bank.
Yeah.
However, if it's a really small account, the lead flow is not there, the no-show rate is shitty and they're not doing anything about it, that's a massive red flag.
Massive, yeah.
So it's not a red flag if it's a massive business and they've got multiple lead sources, but it is a red flag if it's a small business.
Perfect.
You agree?
Yeah. I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. I know what's going on with the accents today too. Okay, this is a good one because this is you as well now. So the business owner is an influencer. Oh wait, I only read the first part. This is not you. I was like, sorry. The business owner is an influencer. Green flag. Okay. The business owner is an influencer, but has no consistent closers or back-end systems. Like they've got really no consistent sales of their own. And they're like, maybe if I just hire a closer, then I'll get sales.
Red flag.
Why?
Because if you can't close yourself, if you can't make sales yourself, you cannot expect someone else to be able to do it. And not to mention, there'd be a lot of questions that I would want to ask. I'd want to see testimonials. I want to see how good you are at coaching. I would also be asking, who's going to be reviewing my calls? Who's going to be giving me feedback? Because that's something that you need to have that skill set as a business owner. You need to be able to look at your closer and actually give feedback that's going to help them be better. So if you can't do that yourself, I just think you're actually bringing in a closer because you're too lazy to learn the skill yourself.
Perfectly said, right?
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, if you are amazing at what you do, that's great. But how's anyone going to know about what you do in your services if you don't know how to sell them? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and where's your conviction and belief? Because business owners can naturally sell their program usually very, very well because they're like, I know I can change your life. I've done it before. So there would be so many things that I have in questions off the back of that.
The warning lights are going off though, if that's happening.
I just think influencer in general, selling for an influencer is there's alarm bells going on.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I've enjoyed it. I've sold for some influencers, but again, they were really well known. They had a great back end system. So they weren't just an influencer with nothing behind them. They were still a business.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Influencers who come from they're an influencer because of their business. Or their expertise, fine. But I'm talking about your Tammy Hembrows, your, just trying to think of who's an actual influencer,
Sky Wheatley,
right?
Yeah.
I would be hesitant to close for someone at that level who I cannot imagine them being, and look, this could be completely wrong, but I cannot imagine them having much of a sales understanding and experience.
Yeah.
To me, they're face brand, and that's about the extent of it. So if they had a good middle management,
yeah. Which
absolutely
Tammy Hembrow would definitely have it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But if they're just in your DM, the influencer itself being hey, I want to close on, I'm doing X amount of money per month. Got to remember, guys, sometimes Instagram is a highlight reel. What they're actually going on in their business is not a reflection of what they're showing on their Instagram.
Correct.
There's just influence, I would say warm, orange light. Just be very careful.
Be wary.
Yeah, be wary.
Ask the right questions. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to kind of go to the business owner has a strong organic following and engaged audience.
Green flag every single time. Obviously, though, again, right, there's always those nuances. Their back-end system, they're closing sales already. But I love when someone has an organic following. It just makes things better because when you have all that social media presence, you have the testimonials behind you. You have the presence online where it's hey, you just jumped off a call. We'll just go look at all those reels over there. Go look at all the students over there. Go look at all the reviews over there. Do you have so much content in people's faces? They're bought into who you are. Then they want to buy what you're selling because they love you. So it makes the sale so easy.
Yeah. It's their awareness levels, right? There's 4 awareness levels. You got unaware, which unfortunately, when you go out to a cold market with ads, you're bringing in a lot of unaware people.
Yes.
The window shoppers.
Yep.
Okay. Then you've got problem aware. They actually have a problem that they're aware of. Solution aware. They know about you. They know about your program. And then brand aware. They are literally obsessed with you. Not obsessed with you, but they know who you are. gone through your whole podcast series. They
Yeah.
can't get enough of you. They've gone through all of your Instagram posts. Like
Yeah.
when you have an organic following, you've got people who are brand aware and they're
Yeah.
just ready to buy.
That's the Tony Robbins and
Yeah.
the She Sells with Brooke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we get on people like, I've just seen you and Tash. I've just seen you and Brooke rizzing. It's like, yeah, you did.
I've
I got
watched
so
every single
obsessed.
episode. I
Yeah.
can't, like, can
Yeah.
you release more?
Yeah.
Like that happens all the
Yeah,
time.
it's great. It's great.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And that will support an ad campaign.
Yeah.
So like you
Yes.
can't just run ads and not have a social media presence. I feel like you will really be running your closers into the ground because they'll be like, these are shit leads, these are shit leads, these are shit leads.
Yeah.
You need to have both. Well, maybe not even both. I know a lot of people that just have organic, but if you want to scale, I would say you can scale via ads and
Absolutely.
organic. Yeah.
You should always have multiple sources of income, lead sources, ads, marketing, always.
Right.
Your table has to have more than one leg to be able to stand.
I think like it's a bit of a dick measuring competition as well. It's like if you only run ads, people are like, well, my audience is all organic. Like, and I'm like, cool. We actually went the other way around because we wanted speed. So
Yeah.
we actually went all ads in the beginning
Now
until we
organic
built
as well.
exactly.
Yes.
Now our organic's flying through.
Yeah, it's
but we
amazing.
used ads to drive like actual engagement and audience to our socials to help grow that
Yeah.
and to get the message out
Yeah,
there.
you want
And-
eyeballs first.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And then those eyeballs tell other people, right? It's
Yeah.
so simple.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put these two in one because it makes sense for me. All right. So just launched their coaching program under 90 days old. And so there's not really any testimonials or proof of client results yet.
I'm red flagging that.
Red flag.
Yeah, I'm red flagging. They should be selling first, but they didn't know the audience, they didn't know the avatars, they didn't know the problems. Like they need to be out there figuring out who they're selling to. That's business owner. Sorry.
Yeah.
No way.
Why
You're
are
not
you hiring
ready.
a closer in 3 months of opening your business? Like that doesn't make any sense to me at all.
How can you ask a business owner to have conviction and belief in your program when you don't have any testimonials? Like,
Yeah. You, as a business owner, like the number one rule of entrepreneurship is learn to wear all the hats first before delegating.
Yes,
So then you have to know the ins and outs of your business.
and your clients.
Yeah, how could you do that?
What problems, like what languages your clients speak? Like
Yeah.
how can you tweak your marketing message to hit the exact client that you want? Like,
Yeah.
nah,
Also,
that's you.
Why don't you have testimonials and reviews at 3 months?
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to market, I'd be selling off market first to gain results, testimonials, doing like test groups for free.
Yep.
Let's say I'm a fitness coach. I do all my family and friends. I get them all the plans. I get all the before and afters. Then I go to market after I have the evidence there.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Business 101. Let's go.
101. That's like a massive red flag.
Right?
Yeah, I would
We're not touching that.
no. Okay, the business owner asks you to use scarcity or FOMO tactics that aren't truthful.
No. Red flag. Red flag every day. Unless this was literally 5 years ago when like the sales, the pushy stuff, the masculine, like just shut up and don't be a pussy when that worked, right? You're doing stuff like, well, if you don't sign up right now, you'll never be able to get in.
Yeah, I don't like
I've said
that.
some of that before. I have.
Yeah,
I've said some of that before.
I
doesn't feel
I
good.
said if it's truthful, if it's not truthful.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Look, and that's the thing. If it's truthful, if you literally have like, let's just say an action taker discount on the call where you
Yep.
save $2,000-$3,000, which some companies give you fucking $5,000 if the ticket's high enough. That's a crazy discount. And then the closer's like, look, man, like I'm going to be really honest with you. If you go off here without putting down at least $1,000, you're not going to get this discount.
Yeah.
And so I'm happy to have you in the program, but just know it's going to be $20,000 again.
Yes. Yep.
And they're
You
like, well,
come
that's a
back.
sales tactic. No. It's not. Like,
It's
I'm
truth.
telling you, it's truthful.
Yeah.
That's fine. But if it's not truthful and they just want you to push those FOMO stuff just to push people into sale, that's a red flag.
That
for me.
is, yeah, absolutely. I actually had a girl, one of the She Sells closers, not selling she sells, but we placed on an account. She was like, the business owner has asked me to say, like, we've only got 2 spots left in the program. And she's like, we don't. And I just, every time I get to saying it, I'm like, it's not truthful. It kind of just feels like I'm being a bit pushy. And she's like, I've actually noticed that when I say that, the buy, like the potential clients, they are literally like, okay, yep, whatever. They like completely, it's like a connection collapse right in that moment because
Well,
they
it's
know
the
it's
energy
not
that she's
truthful.
bringing,
Right.
yeah.
But like also, I'm sorry, why are we still doing that outdated like FOMO
Yeah.
shit? It's
Yeah.
it's not if it's truthful, fine. If you do intakes and like you do only have 2 spots left, absolutely fine, because you can say that with conviction.
Yeah.
But if you're just on every call being like, look, we only have 2 more spots, like, do you want it? It's literally going to be filled up by the end of the day, and it's not true.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
A better language pattern for that could literally be, hey, like, we only work with a handful of people. We do have limited spots. Like, how do you feel about getting started to make sure that one of those spots is yours? That's a much nicer way of saying, we only have 2 spots left. Do you want it?
Right. Or even being like, hey, we're really selective with who we invite into this program.
We would love to have you.
Right.
Would you like to accept the invitation?
Exactly. Like, to me, that is a better choice of words. It's still FOMO.
Yes.
It's still actually creating that scarcity.
Yeah.
But that urgency. But like, it's truthful.
Yeah, it's an open invitation and collaboration, which is what new sales is all about.
Yes.
Old sales is about pushy. New sales is an invitation.
Yes. Enrolling.
Nice.
Yep,
I
yep,
love
yep.
that. Wait, do I ask you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So no sales materials for an account that you're going on. Doesn't matter how long that they've been around. There's no script. They're like, yeah, you can just just like watch a few of these closers calls, see what you like. No onboarding. There's no clarity on the offer. But they have people in their team making money.
Ooh.
What are you doing? You're basically fending for yourself is what I'm saying, but the account's got nice potential.
Yeah, I would say green. Maybe not green, orange. Orange. It's hard to give a green.
Yeah.
Orange, because if people are on the account making money and it's not the business owner, I don't count the business. You can't, like, okay, we just sidetrack for a second. If you are saying that your closer is making 30K a month, but it's actually you, the business owner, that's false. That's not
that's a scam. That's a lie.
That's a lie. If you just want to get a closer on, you're like, well, I'm making 30K a month. It's like, are you though? Have you actually worked out 10% of what you're selling? And like, if you're not, you can't say I've made 30K and it's actually been because you've been collecting the 5Ks yourself. No. So if you're on an account and there are closers that are making good money and it's not the business owner, but there is no onboarding, there is no scripts, you're kind of just fend for yourself, I'm like, fucking go.
That's the wild, wild west of sales.
That is the wild, wild west of sales, yeah. And like, I'm only saying this because I know accounts, one specifically is coming to mind, all organic, no onboarding, no sales script, no like back end really. They kind of just figured it out like to bring on a closer.
Wow.
And she closed 2 people in one day and made like 10 grand.
Hell yeah.
So like it's dependent on the like where the traffic is coming from.
Yeah.
Like what the top closer is actually doing. I wouldn't take anything under 20K. But if they are doing 20K a month, I would fuck the onboarding, just go for it.
Yeah. Proceed with caution. But there's money to be made because these can be like the diamonds in the rough.
Yes.
You can create your own onboarding system. Like we've had our own little SOPs and things that we adhered by on different accounts. It's fine.
Right.
You adapt.
As long as a business owner is also open for support, like
yes, and they are.
Be like, come to me and ask questions, then I would actually say, proceed with caution. Like it's orange light.
Yeah.
But it's like you see the green and then it goes orange.
So like
if you're driven, you can make it.
If you're driven, give it a go.
Yes, if you're driven. If you are like Tash and I, who is just kind of like, we back ourselves, we back our skill set, you can make a lot of money.
If you're more cautious and hesitant, you need those structures, you need all your questions answered, it's not for you.
It's not for you, yeah. No. So proceed with caution is the response to that.
I love that.
Good one. My turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Almost broke glass with that note. That's good.
Commission percentage between 10 and 20% and paid on collected, not promised.
That's a massive green flag.
Yeah.
Like all day, every day. 10 to 20%, 10% is the like average. If someone's offering me 15 to 20%, which I have seen some accounts, and in the back of my head, I'm always like, that's not sustainable as a business.
See, that's why I'm thinking red flag. Like,
because they'll change. And I have seen them change.
Yeah.
But me as a closer, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Right. You got to,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to eat, right? You got to eat.
Maybe the first 2 months, it's like 15 to 20%. And then they realize, oh, wait, shit, now I want to scale. I need more margin to scale. Hey, let me have a conversation with you. You're going to make more. The commission's going to be less, but you'll still make more because I'm going to scale and give you more food.
Yeah.
I'm still staying. That's a green flag.
I would ask if someone's like, hey, I'm going to give you 20%. I'm actually asking to see a lot of things off the back of that because that's like massive red flag to me in my mind because I'm like, who the fuck in their right mind would pay a closer 20%?
But there are some products where there's like a literally 90% profit margin though.
Well, yes.
Especially in this digital age.
Yeah. Well then, And the only time I can understand 20% because I know an account that pays 40%.
Yeah.
But that's because the ticket price is $350.
Right.
So you need something juicy. I'm not going to freaking sell something and earn $10.
Yeah. Or you need something that's like
Hype. Yeah.
$30,000, but it's all digital. There's barely any staff. There's barely any backend. The profit margin for the business owner is 90%. So they're like, you know what? Just close as much as you can. I want to keep you on my team. Here's 20%.
Right. Yes.
Ooh.
Okay. Yes. That's another conversation. But if a business owner straight off the back is like, hey, I'm going to pay you 20%. Because I've had business owners say, oh, I can even pay 20%. And I'm like, why would you just give away a 10% more of your profit? I'm like, that's wild.
Yeah.
You don't even know this closer yet.
Yeah.
I think used as a leverage to keep them is absolutely fine.
Or once you hit bonuses.
Yep. But in the beginning, if a closer's just throwing commissions at you, I would be very like, why?
So you're orange flagging this?
I'm depending on the situation, but let's just say it is up front, like it's a new account, not a new account, but it's like they've said right from the get-go, it's 20%. I'm orange flagging that, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it my turn or your turn?
Yours.
Okay. I'm always like, whose turn is that?
I don't think I've green flagged one thing. Or the organic thing I did.
Okay, yeah. I said, did we? Yeah. Where are we up to? Okay, we're almost done. Okay, surely you're going to do this one. Surely. Sales calls are recorded. They're reviewed. They're used for performance feedback. There are sales training meetings. Here we go.
Green flag.
Woo! You know why? Because that's what we do. That's what we do.
Well, I'm sorry, but like, I'm hungry for feedback. Like,
Yeah.
I want to be the best.
Yeah.
So I think it's a massive, massive green flag if you've got a sales manager or someone, maybe it's the business owner, who is actually actively reviewing calls. They can be on your side when the marketing does turn to shit. And they can be like, look, you're expecting our closers to close these absolute garbage leads that you're putting in front of them.
Yeah.
Because sometimes there can be a disconnect between marketing and sales.
Yep.
With well reason. I mean, marketing's main incentive is to put leads in front of you, whereas like a sales incentive is like, I want to speak to good people.
I want the best lead quality.
Yes. So I think like if you have someone actively reviewing calls, the calls are reviewed for quality to make sure that you're not saying outlandish claims like, oh my God, we're going to get you placed in a week.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I that is a massive, it might feel uncomfortable having your call reviewed in front of people or jumping on a role play, but it's going to make you better and you should always want to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, and red flag though, if the business owner is not giving you constructive feedback, just criticizing you.
Oh,
that's the big difference.
Absolutely. If someone's, because I actually know an account that this happens.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're submitting calls and all they're being is like, I would have closed this person, but they're not actually telling you why, I would literally be like, well, then go fucking ahead.
There's a reason why you're hiring a sales team.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also business owners, fucking hell, you've got to understand that when you bring on a closer, there is going to be a drop in sales naturally because they're not you.
Correct.
It's your business. It's your baby. You are always going to sell it the best.
Yeah.
Though there are people that can come on with a better skill set in sales and help you scale and put more time and energy into fulfillment and growing the business.
Yes. Love that. Beautiful response.
Yeah. Okay.
We got 2 left.
Okay. Ooh. The founder values integrity in sales, not pressure or manipulation. Actually, can I make that a bit more?
Yeah.
A bit more.
Go on.
juicy?
More nuanced.
There are 2 founders. One founder values integrity in sales, not pressure or manipulation, but the other is like, well, you should use a little bit of manipulation and pressure to get people across the line.
I'm green flagging that.
Okay.
I'm green flagging that all day, every day because 50% is on my side. But then the other 50%, I always think it's nice to have that bit of masculine, feminine energy right in the sales call. You're not going to completely close a call with feminine energy. Feminine energy is about receiving, listening, being empathetic. However, masculine is holding up the mirror, handling the objections and calling people on their shit. So yeah, sometimes you do need to put a little bit of pressure on the person. Otherwise they're going to be like, okay, gotta go think about it. And you're going to be like, great. No, that's not going to happen. There's the pressure because the person also wants you to close, not just for the business, but like you also need to eat at the end of the day. You need to pay your bills.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a difference between pressure and tension.
Yeah.
There needs to be tension created. There's always tension when you make a buying decision. That's just what happens. Like that's buying behavior. So like that's where people go wrong is like it's not it's not pressure as in like, you need to do this now. It's like, let's create that tension. We create tension through silence, through holding space, through like all the things that we do to create that tension. But yeah, I do think like, and also manipulation, like again, I think there's so much shade thrown at manipulation. What, like if you actually isolate the word and talk about what is manipulation, what is it?
It's, do I get a dictionary?
Well, yeah.
Well, for me, like, okay, so it's psychology. So if I know, for example, that Brooke loves a certain type of food, okay, let's just do this as an analogy. And I want her to come to my house and do something that I know that she doesn't really want to do, but I'm like, hey, but like there's going to be this and going to be this and going to be this here. And like I'm starting to like sugar her with all this stuff that I know she's going to say yes to do the thing that I know she doesn't want to do.
Right. But if your intention is pure and you're literally wanting me to come over to have a good night with you despite me not loving the show that we're watching or whatever, is that still manipulation? And is that bad?
No. See.
Right. So it's the intent.
Exactly.
It's the intent.
Yeah.
Because manipulation doesn't have to be seen in the light that it's viewed in. I don't think manipulation is necessarily a bad thing if the intent is pure and the intent is to serve.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, it's like psychology, right?
Right.
I can go roundabout with different language patterns to get you to do what I want you to do. But again, what's the intent? To do something that you don't want to do because it's actually bad for you?
Right.
Or because I think it's going to make you a better person, you're going to say thank you in the end.
Exactly. If you're manipulating me to take drugs, fine. Like the intent is not off. You just want me to have a good time with you and I'm like scared and anxious and you're like, come on, it's going to be the best night of your life. Like that's manipulation with an ill intent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Me being like, yes.
Okay.
Final one?
Final one. Wait, is it your turn? Okay.
Final one. There's a sense of energetic alignment. You believe in the offer and the mission.
That's a fucking, like, is there anything above a green flag? That's beautiful.
It's a rainbow flag.
It's a rainbow flag.
It's a green, it's a 50 shades of green flag.
Right.
Right? There's energetic alignment. Like that is the unicorn that we're talking about at the end of the day.
Yeah.
If you can find that account that's feeding you, they've got the back end, they've got collaborative business owners, they've got organic, they've got multiple lead sources, they're bringing in 400K per month cash collected.
Yeah.
They're listening to you and there's energetic alignment. Oh, that's the leprechaun. That's the 4-leaf clover.
Yeah. And don't be thinking that there's something green on the other side. There's no other green light.
No.
Like, especially if they're willing to work with you to keep you and make you happy. Like if they're willing to throw things at you and be like, hey, what do we need to do? Like lead routing.
Yeah.
Do we need a lead route? Do we need to get you more speaking to more people? How can we make you feel appreciated and valued in this business? If you've got all of those things, like you are on a winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I love that. We're finished there.
Oh God.
Cheers, girls.
Let's go have a burger.
Burgers.
Burgers for dinner.
Bigs for pigs. See you in the next one.
Bye.